highlights English bracket class 7 page number 1 heading reading comprehension পড়া এবং বুঝতে পারা topic English text blossoms for class 7 ব্র্যাকেটে টেক্সট থেকে নিচের ধরনের প্রশ্ন থাকবে টাইপস অফ কোয়েশ্চেন্স প্রশ্নের ধরন নাম্বার 1 সঠিক উত্তর টিক দেওয়া পরীক্ষায় প্রদত্ত অংশ থেকে একটি প্রশ্নের 3টি উত্তর দেওয়া থাকবে তা থেকে সঠিকটিতে টিক দেবে নাম্বার 2 ট্রু অর ফলস লেখা অনেক সময় সাপোর্টিং লাইনটি ব্র্যাকেটে সমর্থনে লেখা অংশ তুলে দিতে বলা হয় উদ্ধৃত অংশের উপর কতকগুলি সঠিক ব্র্যাকেটে ট্রু ও ভুল ব্র্যাকেটে ফলস বক্তব্য দেওয়া থাকবে সঠিকটিতে টি এবং ভুলটিতে এফ লিখে বক্সের মধ্যে উত্তর দিতে হবে নাম্বার 3 1 2 3 4 লিখে ঘটনা প্রবাহ জানাতে প্রদত্ত অনুচ্ছেদের মধ্যে ঘটনাগুলি এলোমেলোভাবে সাজানো হয় ঘটনা পরম্পরা 1 2 3 4 বক্সে লিখে বোঝাতে হবে নাম্বার 4 একটি সহজ ছোট বাক্যে উত্তরটি অনুচ্ছেদ থেকে তুলে দেওয়া চলতে পারে পেজ নাম্বার 2 দ্য টেক্সট ব্লসমস ব্র্যাকেটে ফ্লাওয়ার্স ফর ক্লাস 7 লেসন 1 page number 3 topic the book of nature by Jawaharlal Nehru unit 1 number 1 read the following text carefully and answer the questions that follow number 1 when you and I are together you often ask me questions about many things and I try to answer them now that you are at Mussoorie and I am in Allahabad, we cannot have these talks. Mussoorie, Mussoorie, Allahabad, Allahbad. I am therefore going to write to you from time to time short accounts of the story of our earth and the many countries, great and small, into which it is divided. You have read a little about English history and Indian history, but England is only a little island and India, though a big country, is only a small part of the earth's surface. If we want to know something about the story of this world of ours, we must think of all the countries and all the peoples that have inhabited it, and not merely of one little country where we may have been born. Number 2. I am afraid I can only tell you very little in these letters of mine, but that little I hope will interest you and make you think of the world as a whole and of other peoples in it as our brothers and sisters. When you grow up, you will read about the story of the earth and her peoples in fat books, and you will find it more interesting than any other story or novel that you may have read. Number 3. You know, of course, that our earth is very, very old, millions and millions of years old, and for a long, long time there were no men or women living in it. Before the men came there were only animals, but before the animals there was a time when no kind of life existed on the earth. It is difficult to imagine this world of ours, which is so full today of all kind of animals and men, to be without them. But scientists and those who have studied and thought a great deal about these matters tell us that there was a time when the earth was too hot for any living being to live on it. And if we read their books and study the rocks and the fossils, (bracket) the remains of old animals, we can ourselves see that this must have been so. Topic: Paras 1 to 3 word nest. Para 1 together, একসাথে, unitedly, Mussoorie, a town in UP, therefore, সুতরাং, so, accounts, বিবরণ, description, divided, বিভক্ত, separated, surface, পৃষ্ঠদেশ, outer layer, inhabited, বাস করত, dwelled, merely, কেবলমাত্র, only. Para 2 afraid, ভীত, doubtful. As a whole, পুরোটাই, completely. Novel, উপন্যাস, fiction. Interesting, আকর্ষণীয়, attractive. Para 3 millions, বহু সংখ্যক, large numbers. Existed, বিদ্যমান ছিল. Imagine, কল্পনা, think. A great deal, a lot. Matters, বিষয়গুলি, subjects. নিচে ব্র্যাকেটে tasks of odd numbers 1, 3, 5 of all lessons are answered at the end. Page number 4. Living being, জীবিত, having life. Rocks, বড় পাথর, big stone. Fossils, জীবাশ্ম, relics of old things. Remains, অবশিষ্টাংশ, the rest parts. Topic: Activity A. Write T for true statements and F for false ones in the boxes given on the right. Number 1. The present text is a part of a letter written by a father to his daughter. Answer: Number 1, true. Question number 2. The father was at Mussoorie and the daughter was in Allahabad. Answer: Number 2, false. Number 3. The letter gives the short accounts of our earth only. Answer: Number 3, false. Number 4. The story of the earth and her peoples is more interesting than any other novel. Answer: Number 4, true. Number 5. Millions of years ago there were no men in the earth. Answer: Number 5, true. Topic: Activity B. Complete the sentence with the information from the text. Number 1. When the father and the daughter were together, the daughter would ask blank. Answer: Number 1. When the father and the daughter were together, the daughter would ask questions about many things. Number 2. The daughter had read a little about blank. Answer: the daughter had read a little about English history and Indian history. Number 3. India is a small part blank. Answer: India is a small part of the earth's surface. Number 4. Before the animals there was a time when no kind of life blank. Answer: before the animals there was a time when no kind of life existed on the earth. Number 5. Scientists tell us that there was a time when the earth was too hot for blank. Answer: Number 5. Scientists tell us that there was a time when the earth was too hot for any living being to live on it. Topic: Activity C. Answer the following questions in complete sentences in brief. Question number 1. How old is the earth? Answer: the earth is millions and millions of years old. Question number 2. who had moved in the earth before men came in it? Answer: before the men came there were only animals. Question number 3. What did the father write to his daughter from time to time? Answer: number 3. The father wrote short accounts of the story of our earth and the many countries. Question number 4. Why was there no life at the beginning of the earth? Answer: number 4. At the beginning, the earth was too hot for any living being to live on it. Question number 5. What are fossils? Answer: number 5. Fossils are the remains of old animals. Topic: Activity D. Fill in the blanks with the words from the text given in the box below. Question number 1. Close your eyes and blank that you are in a forest. Answer: number 1. Imagine. Number 2. No men on the earth blank in the early age of the earth. Answer: number 2. Inhabited. Question number 3. Her main blank are music and dancing. Answer: number 3. Interests. Number 4. We need a flat blank to play the game on. Answer: number 4. Surface. Number 5. In the text we get short blank of the history of the earth. Answer: number 5. Account. List of words given below: accounts, inhabited, interest, imagine, surface. Page number 5. Unit 2. Number 2. Read the text and answer the following. Paragraph number 4. You read history in books, but in old times when men did not exist, surely no books could have been written. How then can we find out what happened then? We cannot merely sit down and imagine everything. This would be very interesting, for we could imagine anything we wanted to and would thus make up the most beautiful fairy tales. But this need not be true, as it would not be based on any facts that we had seen. But although we have no books written in those far off days, fortunately we have some things which tells us a great deal, as well almost as a book would. We have rocks and mountains and seas and stars and rivers and deserts and fossils of old animals. These and other like things are our books for the earth's early story. And the real way to understand this story is not merely to read about it in other people's books, but to go to the great book of nature itself. You will, I hope, soon begin to learn how to read this story from the rocks and mountains. Imagine how fascinating it is. Para 5. Every little stone that you see lying in the road or on the mountain side may be a little page in nature's book and may be able to tell you something if you only knew how to read it. To be able to read any language, Hindi or Urdu or English, you have to learn its alphabet. So also you must learn the alphabet of nature before you can read her story in her books of stone and rock. Even now perhaps you know a little how to read this. If you see a little round shiny pebble, does it not tell you something? Para 4 to 5. Word nest. Para 4. Fairy, puri and imaginary. Tales, golpoguli, stories. Far off, sudur, remote. Fortunately, shoubhagyo krome, luckily. Deserts, morubhumi. sands, fascinating, আকর্ষণীয়, interesting. Para 5, lying, পড়ে গেছে এমন, alphabet, বর্ণমালা, all the letters, perhaps, সম্ভবত, likely, rock, শিলা মণ্ডল, a large mass of stone, shiny, উজ্জ্বল, bright, pebble, নুড়ি, a small round stone. Activity A. Write T for true statements and F for false, 1 in the boxes given on right side. Number 1. In old times, no history books were written. Answer number 1, true. Number 2. Without any history books, we could know a lot about the earth. Number 2 answer, false. Number 3. A hill stone lying in the road cannot say anything about nature. Answer number 3, false. Number 4. Fairy tales are beautiful true story of nature. Answer number 4, true. Number 5. We need not learn alphabet of Bengali to learn Bengali. Answer number 5, true. Topic activity B. Complete the following sentences with information from the text. Number 1. By imagination we would make the most blank. Answer number 1. By imagination we would make the most is rough and has corners and rough edges. Number 2. No books could have been written when men blank. ভুলবশত এখানে অ্যাক্টিভিটি এ ও অ্যাক্টিভিটি বি এর আনসারগুলি ভুল পড়া হয়েছে। এই অংশটির কোনো উত্তর এখানে দেওয়া নেই, শুধু কোয়েশ্চেনগুলি পড়ে দিচ্ছি। অ্যাক্টিভিটি এ, রাইট টি ফর ট্রু স্টেটমেন্টস অ্যান্ড এফ ফর ফলস, 1 in the boxes given on the right. Question number 1. In old times, no history books were written. Number 2. Without any history books, we could know a lot about the earth. Number 3. A hill stone lying in the road cannot say anything about nature. Number 4. Fairy tales are beautiful true story of nature. Number 5. We need not learn alphabet of Bengali to learn Bengali. Topic activity B. Complete the following sentences with information from the text. Number 1. By imagination we would make the most blank. Number 2. No books could have been written when men blank. Page number 6. Question number 3. To learn any language one must blank. Number 4. Every stone on the mountain may tell us something if blank. Number 5. A little shiny pebble tells us blank. Activity C. Answer the following questions in brief. Number 1. Why need not the fairy tales be true? Number 2. What are the things around us that tell us about the earth's story? Question number 3. What are the pages of the great book of nature? Number 4. What story does a fossil (bracket the remains of an old animal) tell us? Question number 5. What does a shiny pebble tell us? Topic activity D. Fill in the blanks with the words from the text given below in the box. Number 1. Tell the truth. I don't want any more of your blank. Number 2. Can you blank Hindi? Number 3. It is blank to see a snake standing. Number 4. You can find blank on the seashore. Number 5. She said nothing blank smiled. List of words to fill the blanks. Merely fairy tales, understand, fascinating fables. Number 3. Read the text and answer the questions that follow. Paragraph 5. How did it get round and smooth and shiny without any corners or rough edges? If you break a big rock into small bits, each bit is rough and has corners and rough edges. It is not at all like a round, smooth pebble. How then did the pebble become so round and smooth and shiny? It will tell you its story if you have good eyes to see and ears to hear it. It tells you that once upon a time, it may be long ago, it was a bit of a rock, just like the bit you may break from a big rock or stone with plenty of edges and corners. Probably it rested on some mountain side. Then came the rain and washed it down to the little valley where it found a mountain stream which pushed it on and on till it reached a little river. And the little river took it to the big river, and all the while it rolled at the bottom of the river, and its edges were worn away, and its rough surface made smooth and shiny. So it became the pebble that you see. Somehow the river left it behind and you found it. If the river had carried it on, it would have become smaller and smaller till at last it became a grain of sand and joined its brothers at the seaside to make a beautiful beach where little children can play and make castles out of the sand. Para 6. If a little pebble can tell you so much, how much more could we learn from all the rocks and mountains and the many other things we see around us? Page number 7. Paras 5 to 6. Word nest. Para 5. Smooth, mosrin, even. Rough, ebro khebro, uneven. Edges, kana ba dhar, borders. Corners, kon guli, bends. Small bits, choto tukro, little pieces. Pebble, nuri. Probably, সম্ভবত, possibly. Rested, রয়ে গেল, settled. Plenty, প্রচুর, a lot of. Washed down, ধুয়ে নিয়ে যাওয়া. Valley, উপত্যকা. Pushed, ঠেলতে থাকা. Drove forward, rolled, গোল করে ঘোরা. Glided. Bottom, তলায়, low. Worn away, ক্ষয়ে গেল. Eroded. Grain, কণা. A particle. Beach, বেলাভূমি, coast. Castles, দুর্গ, forts. Topic, activity A. Write true or false for true or false statements in the boxes below. Question number 1. If a rock is broken, we get its surface rough. Answer number 1, true. Question number 2. Pebbles have their surfaces very rough. Answer number 2, false. Number 3. Pebbles become rough by rolling. Answer number 3, false. Number 4. If a river had carried on a pebble, it would be a grain of sand. Answer number 4, true. Question number 5. We can learn a lot from all the rocks and mountains and the many other things. Answer number 5, true. Activity B. Complete the following sentences with information from the text. Number 1. If we break a rock into small pieces, each bit blank. Answer number 1. If we break a rock into small pieces, each bit is rough and has corners and rough edges. Question number 2. If a river had carried it on, it would have become blank. Answer number 2. If a river had carried it on, it would have become smaller and smaller. Question number 3. The rain came and washed the pebble down to blank. Answer number 3. The rain came and washed the pebble down to the valley. Bhul. Answer number 3. The valley where it found a mountain stream. Question number 4. Somehow a river left the pebble behind and you blank. Answer number 4. Somehow a river left the pebble behind and you found it. Question number 5. At the sea beaches, children make blank. Answer number 5. At the sea beaches, children make castles out of the sand. Topic: Activity C. Answer the following in brief. Question number 1. Why do not all pebbles become sand? Answer number 1. All the pebbles do not become sand because they do not reach up to the sea bed. Question number 2. How does a piece of rock reach a valley? Answer number 2. Then came the rain and washed the piece of rock to a valley. Question number 3. Why does a pebble have smooth surface? Answer number 3. The little river took the pebble to the big river, and all the while it rolled at the bottom of the river, and its edges were worn away and its rough surface became smooth. Question number 4. What are the pages of the book of nature? Answer number 4. Rocks and mountains and the many other things we see around us are the books of nature. Question number 5. Where do the children make castle? Answer number 5. Children make castle on the sea beach out of the sand. Topic: Activity D. Arrange the sentences in the order to describe how a bit of rock is turned into sand. Question number 1. A piece of rock is forced into a small river by mountain stream. Number 2. The sides of the rock are worn out and its rough surface becomes smooth. Number 3. The piece of rock is pushed by the small river to a big river. Number 4. The piece of rock becomes a pebble. Number 5. The pebble becomes smaller and turned into sand. Answer: Activity number D. After arrangement, the sentences will become like this: number 1, number 3, number 2, number 4 and number 5.